Get through the morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Our next guest started playing drums age 9 in Melbourne, Victoria. Their career started with their first band called Who to Punk It. They soon changed their name to G Flip, inspired by their dad's nickname, Mr. Flip. After dominating the ARIA charts, G went on to marry the love of their life, Chrishell Stause, from the epic real estate series Selling Sunset.
I really like G a lot. She's so nice to me.
My partner's non-binary. They use they, them pronouns. This is a simple thing.
Please welcome to the studio the unbelievable talent that is G Flip.
Gee, it's so lovely to talk to you. Now, we were just briefly talking off air about how you've been performing in New York. Do you pinch yourself? How many people did you play for?
Yeah, I reckon there would have been 20,000 maybe, 10,000, 20,000. I'm not good at numbers. I do pinch myself all the time and I can't believe I get to do this and it's my life. I think about it every day. I think every day I just am shocked at how this ended up working out, this dream I had.
Jay, talk to us through the project, the G Flip project, and from where you were to where you are now. Like, could you imagine that you'd be doing this sort of stuff? Because it's been a hell of a little period for you.
I always felt really comfortable on stage when I was just drumming for other bands and doing that for a while. But I think when I was sitting behind that drum kit, I was looking at whoever the lead singer was thinking, God, I could be pretty good at that. So, I just grinded for so many years and really believed in myself until, the stars aligned and things started working out for me. And I'm really grateful for, all the people that have helped me in my career and got me to where I am. And I'm also a bit proud of myself for just sticking to it and not giving up.
Yeah, you should be. Full confession here, I'm a massive Selling Sunset fan. I've always wondered how it would feel for you, because you've been a part of this series, but how it would feel for you sitting back and watching your partner cop shade. Like, I would find that really hard if on a reality show, if people were dishing stuff on my partner and really when that's not who they are.
Yeah, I feel like the earlier seasons, like that when I went back and caught up before Chrishell knew me, God, some people were pretty rough to her. If you're a fan of the show, Chrishell can definitely hold her own.
Oh, yeah.
So now, she's so good in an argument and can really hold her own. And she's also just such a lovable woman who's so caring and nice. But if you do just try go after her for no reason, she can really hold her own and get her point across.
How does that go at home when you get into an argument and you're like, oh, I'm cooked here?
To be honest, we're not a very argumentative couple. I'm just such a chiller that I'm not ever trying to get into any fights or something. I really don't even know how to have a fight, but God, if Chrishell needed to put me in my place, she definitely could.
Hey, Jay, let's talk about Aussie music festivals. We can't wait for you to get here for Spin-Off 2024,
yes.
Friday, 19th of July. What's going on with the Aussie music festivals at the moment? Because we're really looking forward to this one, but a fair few prominent festivals have been cancelled.
Yeah, it's been, a big shame with Groove in the Moo and Splendor and everything, and there's multiple other ones as well. It's just a hard landscape for festivals, and it's really hard to get big international acts over. Festivals are costing more. It's just, it's a really hard landscape at the moment, and it's such a shame because festivals are so much fun. There's so much fun, and the artists and the punters out there love it. So it is a shame, but I think, everyone in Adelaide and people travelling into Spin-Off are going to have a great time, and I'm looking forward to it so much. I'm mates with Peach PRC, who's also on the bill. Girl in Red just recently toured with my friends The Beaches, so they were sending messages, and I'm excited to meet her and their crew.
Gee, just before we let you go, do you get to spend a bit of time in Australia now? Because Chrishell has just signed up to do Neighbours, which is an iconic soap here. So does that mean you sort of both relocate? How does that work?
Yeah, we're both coming to Melbourne to live. Yeah, we're moving into Ramsay Street. Yeah, it's going to be good. Paul, back off. But it's going to be cute. It's going to be good to spend time, with my family back home. But it's good that we both just have work. It's kind of the dream situation to both be having work on, and it's so cool that she's on Neighbours.
Did you used to watch it?
Yeah, I used to come home, used to play my instruments and then whack the telly on and get into a bit of Neighbours. So, yeah.
G-Flip, we absolutely love everything that you're doing. We can't wait to see you when you get here for Spin-Off on the 19th of July. Thank you so much for the chat, and we'll see you soon.
No stress. I'm so excited, and thanks for the cheeky interview.
You're welcome.
Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
In the news today.
Breaking news.
What's in the news today?
Your post snooze news.
Where we break down all the big news stories over the past 12 to 24 hours. Let's go to Abby in the newsroom. Bit going on.
A bit going on today, but the one that has piqued my interest, mobile phone detection cameras have been rolled out across Adelaide. So they're coming online today, but they won't, if you get snapped, you'll be given a warning, but you won't actually get a fine until September. It's around about $600, $640 and the loss of 3 demerit points. So the message here is stay off your phone. You're 4 times more likely to have a crash if you're on your phone. We all know how bad distracted driving is. Our road death toll is up to 40 already. So, middle of the year and we've already lost 40 people, which is really sad. But they've been strategically positioned around sort of the hot spots that they're saying where people are more likely on their phones. So we've got one at South Road in Torrensville, the Southern Expressway in Darlington, the North-South Motorway in Regency Park, Port Wakefield Road in Jepps Cross and Port Road in Hindmarsh. So be careful.
All around
Cameras
your
are
hood,
out.
mate.
Aren't
they?
There's a lot around my sort of area.
Yeah.
I change music a lot. That's what's going to get me.
As long as I think you've got to have it up in your,
in your holder.
In your holder.
You need to get a holder.
Yeah.
I need to get a holder.
But also you should in your car. Like I change music and change podcasts a lot, but I can do that using my controls. I don't need to use my phone.
Don't you have like Apple AirPlay through your car?
No, I have a cassette player that's set up and it's got
You've got a 6-stacker underneath the...
6-stack of bro. Mate, bro, you should see my car CDs everywhere.
The spider's probably still there from the other year as well.
I mean, we learnt yesterday that you made a mixtape for your third cousin in primary school. So is that what you're playing in your car?
And would you believe it, still didn't manage to woo her over either.
No, because she's like, hey, bro, I'm your cousin.
I just remember Dad telling me that, mate, that's not what we do. You can't do that sort of stuff.
I know we live on a farm.
I was like, but love's love, Dad. But love's love.
Jodes, what have you got?
Yeah. Speaking of the roads, Justin Timberlake allegedly swerved to the wrong side twice, refused to take a breath test and was glassy-eyed, according to a police report, which has emerged following his shock arrest for drunk driving. So he was taken into custody. He was in the ritzy Hamptons area of Long Island. He'd been out to dinner. He said, hey, bro, I've had 1 martini and I've followed my friends home. So apparently his friends have pulled up as he is being arrested and been like, don't you know who he is? Like, let him go. So the police officer failed to recognise who JT was. Anyway, he spent the night in the cell, was handcuffed and everything.
The mugshot.
And it's all been caught on body cam. So let's count in 3, 2, 1 before someone leaks that vision of Justin Timberlake being arrested. Oh, there's his mugshot!
And bang.
So if I get jealous,
It's not a bad mugshot.
It's a pretty hot mugshot, actually.
How would you describe this mugshot? Like, he's got beautiful eyes, doesn't he?
He's got beautiful eyes. He's got gorgeous bone structure. Yeah. He's a little bit salt and peppery in the beard. But in terms of waking up the next morning and go, oh my God, what did I do? Oh, but geez, I look cute in my mugshot.
Like, do you know what though? Do you know what I'd say? Just on that mugshot as well, very salt and pepper in the beard.
That's what I said.
No salt at all at the top.
No.
Rinse much, Justin?
Wow.
Much of a rinse in there, do you think?
Oh, okay. Well, you're fast approaching that phase, so...
Well, I'm not going to go through that phase.
You're not going to rinse?
No, not at all.
Oh, yeah?
You can see all the salt in my hair right now, can't you?
Yeah, but it's cute. It's fine. You're fine.
No, because now people know they've got salt in my hair, so I can't go for a bit of a rinse.
Okay.
Some people did that and then all of a sudden stopped doing it and all of a sudden they're just completely grey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, God, he's aged.
What? He's aged? No, he was always like that. He was just always getting rinsed. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that guy.
Okay. Well, you don't have to be.
Thank you. Justin Timberlake. What a loser. Justin Timberlake is so cool. Yeah. This isn't cool, but besides from this, very cool guy.
Yeah. The last 24 hours aside, he's very cool. Okay. Port Adelaide, Zach Butters.
Zach Butters is off. How good's that for Port Adelaide supporters? So he will play against the Lions this week. Got off his 1-game suspension for striking Tom Green. And also, a bit of a shout-out. There's a whole heap of Hall of Fame inductees last night.
Oh, yes.
A few South Australians. Most notably, Chris McDermott.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Bone.
Anyone know the origins of his nickname Bone?
Yes, I do. It's on his Wikipedia page, actually.
Sure.
It is because he had so many knocks to the nose that all the cartilage and everything was absolutely destroyed, and his nose is basically buggered.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So what you're thinking, Jodes, it's not it, all right?
How did you know what I was thinking?
I just could see that look in your eye.
Did you know?
There you go. That is your post-snooze news. Jodes, get that out of your mind and get the first question of the 6:15 vending machine quiz in, please. We'll do it next.
You're going to have to give me a few minutes.
If you don't mind, can you just pass me the advertiser, please? A little bit bored. Let's see what's in the paper, shall we? Okay. Here's a random headline. Should I just jump straight into it?
Sure.
Okay. It reads, stolen sex toy hits elderly woman on the head. Finally. Finally, we got there. After years and years, the article that absolutely united a nation.
Is this from the Advertiser or from the NT News?
It's via the Advertiser. But it's from the NT News. Do you want me to read something?
The Tiser went, we'll have a bit of that, thanks.
It's always happening in Darwin. I'm just going to read you some snippets. An elderly woman was sipping her coffee when she was struck in the head by a flying dildo. That's right. Triggering a massive fracas between a gang of youths and bystanders in a Northern Territory shopping centre. You know what I like to say?
It's raining
Toys. It's raining toys. Shaped like a man's phallus. At about 1:30 on Tuesday, Oasis Shopping Village descended into chaos when 4 youths on scooters zipped through the shopping centre at speed. What an unlikely weapon they used. Things turned ugly, however, when the troublesome group held a variety of items, including sex toys, around the food court. An off-duty support worker, who did not want to be named, witnessed the moment an elderly woman was struck with, and I quote, a fat dick to the head.
Wow.
I can't stress this enough. Thank you to the Northern Territory and to the Advertiser for bringing us this wholesome content.
Oh, dear.
And I quote again, they threw 2 large rubber dildos. One of them bounced off the floor and the other smacked an elderly woman right in the head. And then the woman said, I've just been hit in the head with a penis. And I don't know what happened to her because she disappeared. That is a direct quote, by the way.
What, the penis disappeared?
The penis disappeared. Probably ran off. It's got 2 legs, kind of. Witness Melanie Uhas, who's 47, said the victim could have been badly hurt by the massive sex toy.
Oh, yeah.
She said it was probably about 30 centimetres long and it was fat. It was really fat and heavy. She also said it wasn't normal size, that one.
Oh, my God. So she's got some experience in the area.
Really knuckling down on the absolute product, if you know what I mean. Several good Samaritans caught the culprits on site with bystanders restraining 2 of the troublemakers who tried to squirm free.
Yeah.
Multiple witnesses said a woman could be seen with a dildo on one hand while using the other to restrain a culprit. Watcha! Pleasure. 9 to 5, you use it as a weapon.
Yep.
Behind closed doors, use it for pleasure.
You guys gave me so much stick for when I came out and said, yep, I don't use
partake.
them. I don't partake in those.
Yeah.
Why would I when they can be a bloody weapon? I could die. I could be hit in the head with a dildo.
Well, because outside of 9 to 5, when they're not being used as a weapon, oh, my God.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, watch out there, Abs. Poor Abby. And that's when they get you too. They target people who they know don't. They're like cats.
Yep.
I'll say this, all right? You heard it here first. Dildos are like cats. They go after the people they know don't like them. So poor Abs is just sitting down at the Oasis Village having a nice little cup of tea.
And then all of a sudden, look out!
Look out! Bang! Watch out!
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
Oh, let's do this. This is the What the Fork, the animal edition, because yesterday we heard from you. You had a very scary spider encounter.
Yeah.
That left you going, what the fork was that?
Oh, my gosh. That was a good couple of years ago. And in short, 4:30 in the morning, you're not quite there, are you?
No.
Like you're awake and you're doing things that you need to do,
Yeah.
but you're not with it still.
Okay, this sounds terrible, but sometimes I'll drive to work and then you get to work and you're like, oh, my God, where was I the last 5 minutes? You know what I mean? Like you.
I don't know about that.
No, you're just a little bit vago is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're very vague.
You're very vague.
And it's hard to get sort of adjusted for about a good hour. So imagine me when it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm driving along and then a big spider abseils down from my rearview mirror, where I was on the mirror at the top, the blind, and lands on my inner thigh.
You make it sound like a Mission Impossible spider.
And it was the ultimate dare from his spider mates, I reckon.
Yeah, right.
And it made me flinch so bad that I, at 60 k's an hour, knocked the transmission from drive to park.
Yes.
Mid-drive.
Yeah, which
And
you
the
would
car
think
was fine.
You would think that would blow up your transmission, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's got a little setting there to adjust for such situations, but
Yeah.
it was fine.
Oh, it does. It's called the spider setting.
The spider setting.
It's called the 4 a.m. spider setting. So if you knock it, then it's like, oh, we know what's happened here.
They're thinking everything these days, aren't they?
Yeah, they sure are. Reading every situation.
Yeah.
Let's do this morning. 13 24 10. What the fork? When did an animal make you go, oh my God, what the fork?
Yeah.
So we got this message, which is absolutely unbelievable. It's from Anonymous. And she said, I was in Bali swimming with dolphins, and they set up a situation where the dolphin would swim into my arms for a photo.
Yeah.
So when the dolphin stopped, my hand was accidentally over its blowhole.
Classic. They don't like it when you cover up their blowholes.
No,
That's
no,
what I've been told.
Well, animals and humans. So it bucked up and bashed.
Amen, sister.
It bucked up and bashed me on the side of the face, sent me flying, and yes, broke my jaw.
Wow. Broken jaw by a dolphin.
Oh, isn't that unbelievable? Lesson learnt, don't swim with wild animals and don't touch blowholes.
Yes. There's
Again.
so many lessons at all of that.
Again, amen, sister.
Amen, sister. Can I get a hell yeah? There you go.
Unbelievable.
That's quite an unbelievable encounter with an animal.
You've had a snake encounter as well.
Yeah, I've had several snake encounters on the farm.
Oh,
The one that
yeah,
sticks
of
out, they all started from the age of 13. No, I'm just kidding, mate. That's ridiculous. I trad on a snake. All brown snakes too, by the way. I trad on one.
You trad on one or you trod on one?
I trad?
Trod.
I trod. Don't you dare give me grammar lessons.
Brought and
Because,
brought.
yeah, you went and brought a gun from the store
Yeah.
to shoot it. So I've trodden on one,
Yeah.
but then also I must have been like 8 or 9 years old, and there was a snake up near the wood heap, and it was angry,
Right.
like super angry, because it was like flared up,
Yeah, right.
like half of it was up,
Yeah.
and it was carrying on saying things like this.
I'm a snake.
No, it wasn't saying that. Anyway, my soccer ball was right next to it, and for whatever reason,
You could not be this stupid.
I was like, I need to get the soccer ball. So I'm running towards the snake, and I think also the snake was saying this,
I'm a snake.
but was also into soccer.
Right.
So for whatever in my 8-year-old head, I'm like, I need to get the soccer ball or it's gone. And Dad's 200 metres away, and he's like, get away, run the other way. So he's watching his son running towards the snake, which was ready to strike.
Yeah.
And I picked up the soccer ball, and the snake would have been, I'd say, 10 to 20 centimetres away, like ready to launch. And I remember just turning around and sprinting off. Got away.
And it never bit you.
Never bit me. You should. I was moving so quickly. It was just off in the distance. Like
I'm a snake.
it was just gone. See, it's gone.
Snake.
You weren't the smartest child, were you, Forrest?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, my God.
Saved the soccer ball though. Thank goodness.
I had a snake encounter on the Murray, so we were water skiing. And I was in the water, and it was actually with a group of girls. And I turned around because I was like, I'd come off as per usual. And I looked into the boat, and all the girls were like, get in the boat,
no.
get in the boat.
They swim a lot.
And so I swam, crawled like quickly, and they were all pulling me into the boat. And I looked behind me, and there was a brown snake in the water. And it's same thing. It was like reared, ready to strike. We're in the middle of nowhere, by the way.
Unbelievable.
And my girlfriend was a nurse, and I said, well, I would have been fine. You were here.
No.
She goes, absolutely not. There is nothing I could have done.
Ridiculous. Turns out as well that the snake was actually Greg Oddie.
And he attacked me, and then
Swimming the big
bang, I was pregnant 3 times.
13 24 10. Animal encounters. Good morning to you, Anita.
Yeah, our dog used to go and collect sticks and bring them up to the back door.
Yeah.
And one day she had actually brought a snake up to the back door. And it was dead because obviously she'd thrashed it around. But it took us hours to distinguish whether this was actually a snake or a stick.
Right, it can be tricky.
Can be tricky.
Can be so tricky.
Can be tricky.
Can't it?
Sometimes. That's what happens.
Same time I couldn't distinguish between a snake and Gregory.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%.
It'd
You're
be
like,
hard.
is it my future husband or is it a dead set King Brown snake?
It's so hard to tell. Hey, Justin.
Good morning, folks.
Oh, you had an encounter with a red kangaroo. Tell us what happened.
I sure did, yes. It was a long time ago when my baby daughter, my first child, was in my arms. We took a bit of a trip out to the Grampians, and it's beautiful surroundings, kangaroos everywhere. And, of course, there's a sign there that says, don't feed the kangaroos. Of course, me being stupid, thinking, why would I do that? Why would I follow that instruction? Anyway, so we had some bread, and I started feeding the kangaroo and gave a little bit to my baby daughter to feed the kangaroo. All was sweet. Everything was great until I ran out of bread. And suddenly this great big whopping red, they call them boxing kangaroos for a reason, I'm sure. And he just reared up, and of course I could see he was about to kick me. So I threw my daughter down, unfortunately, and he kicked me in the gut. And he really kicked me. Didn't do any damage. He didn't do any damage. So, my God, did I learn a lesson. So I've never seen a kangaroo since.
So Justin, in situations like this, like you've dead set got a license to KO a kangaroo. How did you get any in?
The answer to that is no, but I wanted to. No.
So
I was more worried. I was more worried about my baby daughter, really, to be honest with you. But this guy gave me a hell of a wallop with this, and they rear up on their tails.
Yeah.
And I saw it happening, but I didn't think what was going to happen next. And then boom, near knocked me out. But of course, I was interested in picking up my daughter and running away. Honestly, so
that's amazing.
There you go. And that was my encounter. I've learnt my lesson, but big red kangaroos. Keep away.
Did it chase after you, Justin? Did it chase after you when you picked up your daughter and ran?
No, nothing like that.
Thank goodness.
He gave me this great whopping kick and then it took off himself. So,
Justin,
there you go. They're not as sweet as lovely as you think.
No, here's a stat for you. Remember with the lotto where there was like 150 million a couple of weeks ago and someone won it, there were more chances of being killed by a kangaroo than winning the lotto.
Really? There you go.
Story.
Did not know that.
Well, I told you that at the time, but you obviously weren't listening.
Yeah, I certainly wasn't. I don't remember I wasn't listening.
Let's go to Shane. What happened?
Oh, no.
I was bitten by well, I thought was a mosquito, and I woke up the next morning and I had a huge lump on my stomach.
Yeah.
And it went to the doctor. Doctor thought, no, you need to go get that checked. Went to the hospital. They said, you've been bitten by a white tip. Well, 12 to 24 months later, I've had 18 operations.
Oh, my God.
I have a scar that's about 25 centimetres long. It went 18 centimetres deep. You could put 2 fists in it.
Oh, my gosh. So, Shane, can you explain, what did the doctors say to you? What's with the venom? What happens? Is it just...
There is no anti-venom for a white-tip spider. And it just, what it does is it eats your skin. It just eats away. So every day for nearly 18 months, I was having packing put in. One of the days when she was packing she was pouring saline into the stomach hole, and on a Coke bottle you got the plastic little extra bit on a Coke bottle.
Yeah.
Well, that fell off into the hole, and she dug her fingers in, and it was right up to the edge of her end of her finger.
Oh, God.
I got banned on Facebook because they thought it was sexual content.
Sexual content.
This guy, it's a spider bite, I swear. Like, no, it's not your daddy.
No, it's not your daddy. Oh,
God.
Shane.
Oh, my
Why? Are you all right now?
I still take antibiotics.
Yeah.
The antibiotics for it are very strong.
Yeah.
But I have CAT scans every 6 months to see if the poison sac has left my body, because there's little white dots everywhere.
Oh,
in
from
my
a
stomach.
spider bite.
Bloody what
Everyone
tips?
at my sports club, they all call me Spider-Man.
Yes. So if there's one positive from this situation,
Positive.
is that an excellent nickname?
18 months of hell. It's a cool nickname. Oh, Shane, thank you so much. What?
Shane.
18 months of hell for Shane.
Get Shane to keep that hole covered at Spin-Off Festival. We'll be right.
Yeah, or at least keep the photos off Facebook.
There we go. G-Flip, we're going to speak to G-Flip very, very soon.
We certainly are, yes.
Oh, I can't wait for that. That's really nice. Thank you to everybody who's called up with their weird animal encounters.
What I would like for you to do right now is put your two hands together in front of your heart chakra in the prayer position, please.
Okay.
Because we need to talk about spiritual guidance. Okay?
Am I doing this as well?
Yeah, you are.
Yes, put your hands up.
There we go. It's nice. Okay, I would like to formally introduce you to my new spiritual leader from Instagram. Her name is Peaceful Barb.
Okay.
And I've discovered Peaceful Barb. Thank you, Abby.
What is going on here?
I wake up to her every single morning and her messages of love and support. I would say she's a grandma.
Is that why you've been less bitchy lately?
No. No, it's not. I just try not to look at you in the morning and it angers me less.
Yeah, we speak like half an hour after you get in.
Yeah, exactly.
Better for everyone.
So Peaceful Barb is a grandma. She's from the States. She holds up little signs of messages of love and support, and she also delivers them, sometimes while she's cooking things like peach pie.
Thank you.
And she has this beautiful, serene smile on her, which, I mean, I think's lovely. Producer M thinks it makes her look slightly unhinged.
Okay.
But that's okay. So she holds up these placards that say things like this: there will be people that would rather lose you than be honest with you about what they've done to you. Let them go. Thank you.
Thank you, Barb. Well done. Well done. It's really, really good stuff.
Do you want an audio example?
Yes, please.
Peaceful Barb's messages.
Okay.
Go on then.
Respect your own boundaries by choosing not to overshare with people who don't have your best interest at heart. Trust yourself to know when you need to set a boundary. Remember, boundaries are an act of self-care.
Oh, thanks, Barb.
Boundaries
are an act of self-care. Isn't that revolutionary?
Well, I'm not going to share that information with you. That's my boundary.
Oh, well played.
Here's another one for you. Never forget that walking away from something unhealthy is actually very brave.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, but I can't walk away from donuts today.
That would be stupidity. That wouldn't be bravery.
This is also a good one. Being overly independent is a defense mechanism from being constantly let down. Oh, God, Barb.
Oh,
God, Barb.
Never misses, does she?
You're incredible.
Barb's on fire.
Abby?
I feel attacked.
Before I leave you, just some Peaceful Barb words of wisdom. Do you have anyone that you look up to?
Oh, look, I would say, like, okay, so there's a woman called Astro Tash, and she... Astro Tash, and she's usually on Sunrise or the morning show on a Monday, and she puts up every week, she puts up your star sign and what your star horoscope's going to be for the week. Mm-hmm. And she gives you your power day as well.
Oh, your power day.
Yep, and then she tells you, like, you know, Venus is in Mars or like Mars is in Uranus this week and this is what's going to come and happen. And usually...
Shouldn't be there, by the way.
Usually she is pretty spot on.
All right.
So I do look to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hazy, do you have anyone on the internet that you look to for spiritual
guidance? You were asking me during a song and I was like, I don't really follow anyone. There's no one that I really follow that I really sit there and be like, oh, what's he got to say? Except for like LeBron James. I'm just not sure that Astro Tash and Barb and Peaceful Barb and LeBron James are all in the same sort of category.
I'm going to leave you with Peaceful Barb's final message, okay? And I just want you to know this about yourself, you and everyone listening, as you go about your day.
Okay, here we go.
I woke up this morning feeling proud of myself. So I wanted to tell all of you I'm really proud of you. Because the truth is, if most of the people in your life really knew your story, they would probably wonder how you're still able to smile.
Yes,
so if
Bob.
no one tells you this today, I am really proud of you. And I want you to be proud of yourself too. You are amazing.
Oh, thanks, Barb.
Oh, thanks, Barb. So, beautiful message from Barb. And also, one more message for you. LeBron is proud of you too.
Yes, he is.
LeBron is so proud of you.
Thanks, King James.
Hey, Homer, slow down. You're going to choke us on.
Don't tell me how to eat donuts.
Oh, we're here. We got here.
We've arrived. Okay, what a journey this has been. So, Jodie and Hazy's most awesome donut. We've had thousands of nominations all over the last week, and we whittled it down to a magnificent 5 final nominees. Donut World, Adelaide, England. Brown's Barossa Donuts in Tanunda. Lando's.
Brighton.
Brighton. CJ's Bakery in Christie's Beach. Bradley's Bakery in Christie's Downs.
So congratulations.
Well done.
To the top 5.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we opened up the voting on our Nova 919 Facebook page on Monday. We received almost 5,000 votes.
Did you say 5,000 votes?
5,000 votes until we closed it last night. And now we are in the esteemed position of being able to announce the winner of Jodie and Hazy's most awesome donut.
All right.
Drum roll, please.
Would you like a drum roll?
Yes,
just a little drum roll.
Little one.
Here we go.
Check you up. It's Brown's Barossa Donuts in Tanunda. Congratulations. And now we head to Dave from Brown's Barossa. Well done, Dave. You must be thrilled.
Yes. This is great. Thank you.
How good.
Oh, you guys have really just spoken to the stomachs of all South Australians, haven't you? This has just gone bananas. I can't walk down the street without people, saying, are you going to get the best donuts in South Australia? I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Dave, can I talk to you about your journey? This all started, so you moved into a rental in Melbourne and you found a random deep fryer, and then just one Sunday afternoon you're like, I'm going to learn how to make donuts.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, and it's not just any old fryer. This was a huge fryer. It was so random.
Yeah.
And we found out that the people that own the place used to make stuff for markets, some pastries and stuff. So I was like, why don't we tried to do donuts, and because I couldn't find anything that I particularly was in love with, and I was like, I'm going to do this. And then, yeah, you're right. On a Sunday morning, I was like, I'm going to do it, and I did it, and 5 years later, here we are.
Yeah, so you moved to the Barossa, you opened up this business. Has it gone gangbusters, Dave?
Oh my gosh, people have embraced us, and it is just really been something that's been passionate for us personally, but we really found that other people are just as passionate about donuts as well, and good quality stuff as well. I think the reason why we're so popular is because we make everything from scratch. We use traditional methods, and we try really hard to embrace the local produce as well in our products. So, people love it as much as we do, and we're just so happy.
Oh, Dave, you received 1,900 votes, so that's quite ridiculous.
What? That's crazy.
It's ridiculous, mate. So, you're forming an absolute institution for all these absolute people who will go to the ends of the world to sample some of your donuts. Your favourite donut, what is your specialty?
Well, it's the one that started it all. It's a simple vanilla bean custard donut, and the reason why is because we make the custard from scratch, and it's rare that you can find that these days, where custard is made from scratch with real eggs, fresh cream, and real milk, and real vanilla beans. So it is one that when I was a kid, there was this bakery that used to do this, and that's what kind of in my mind I wanted to recreate. And we did, and it's just my absolute favourite, and it's the one that started it all.
Dave, I presume at this point they're all low fat, low carb, low sugar, and keto.
100%. You can indulge on these, once a day, 7 days a week, and you'll be fine. You just got to cut out everything else.
Well, Dave, we're going to come and visit you today between 11 and 12. So, folks, if you want to come and try some of these amazing donuts, you're doing a little special this morning, aren't you, Dave?
Yes, we are. We are giving, in honour to you and the magnificent competition that you've bestowed upon us, we're giving away 91.9 donuts today between 11 and 12 o'clock.
Oh,
now, you may ask, how are we going to get the 0.9? Yeah. One of you might have to take a bite out of one of the donuts, and some unlucky soul's going to get that one. But yes, 91.9 donuts for free between 11 and 12, and you'll have to be first in, best dressed, of course. And come and say g'day to you guys as well. That's going to be really good to have you guys up here. And what a weird avenue for you both.
Yes.
To get up here to try and, get some wine. I thought that maybe that would be the avenue that it's a long shot, but it's worked.
Hazy's idea. He said, let's give away some donuts so then we can go via, a couple of the wineries, Seppelsfield, etc.
I mean, here's a question for you, Dave. What wine pairs most beautifully with your donuts?
Depends on, really, like, if that's a serious question, depends on which one. We've actually, we've paired with wineries and done some donuts. We've done some donuts with Shiraz gin. The local distillery up here, we've done a Shiraz gin donut, which went off its head, by the way. People just love it. So,
wow.
Look, there's when we create stuff, there is nothing that's left on off the table. We just bring everything on. We're like, what can we do? And we get really creative. So, hey, look, anything. You can pair our donuts with anything.
That's why you're getting a lift with producer M today. You're going to have 91.9 gins. Well, we're going to come out and see you. We've got a Jodie and Hazy winner of Adelaide's Most Awesome Donut plaque for you, Dave. Can't wait to meet you and your beautiful wife, Rachel. And, congratulations. What an honour. Well done.
And thank you. And can I just say a shout-out to all the other donut makers in South Australia. They do a fantastic job, all of them, and they are just as deserving as we are of this and the recognition that they get. They work hard. I know how hard it is. I didn't know how hard it was to be a baker, and it is damn hard to get up really early and do what we do. So shout out to all the guys and girls and people that are doing donuts in South Australia, and please support them.
Well said, Dave.
Awesome.
Well done.
Good job.
Thank you so much.
Brown's Barossa Donuts in Tanunda. We will be there from 11 o'clock this morning. 91.9 free donuts.
Wow.
Come down, say hello and sample what's been voted as the best donut in Adelaide.
Get amongst it this morning, you guys. If you're in and around the Barossa, come see us.
That's good.
Hazy, a bit of a commotion in the Oddie household last night. So much so, I kid you not, it's become a news report.
Oh, my God. The Oddies have made the news.
The Oddies have made the news. So I'm going to put on my best news voice and deliver the report at what happened in the early hours of my home last night. You ready? Police were called to a home in Adelaide's eastern suburbs at around 2:30am last night after a heated commotion in the front yard of a house near the Avenue Shopping Centre. A woman in her early 30s was seen sprinting around chasing a dog, screaming obscenities in the early hours after 10 News first discovered she'd let her toy cavoodle out the front door to urinate before promptly remembering she had freshly laid concrete at the front of her home. In a desperate attempt to stop the perpetrator from leaving paw prints in said fresh concrete, witnesses say she started tackling the dog, yelling, "FFS, Sid." She's described as 5'6", blonde but in need of a root touch-up, wearing Peter Alexander pyjamas, and was arrested after she returned to the house and discovered the toy cavoodle had already defecated on the carpet inside. The woman promptly becoming unhinged. The whereabouts of the toy cavoodle is unknown.
So what's the follow-up? Police are pleading for witnesses. Wow, I guess this crime will remain unsolved until there's any sort of genuine leads.
100%. Until the woman is released from the RA deemed suitable enough to integrate herself into the community once again.
We can stop her from yelling at FFS.